Hello guys and good morning. Today we're going to show you some speed ladder exercises that you can do with your athletes. Alexander is going to perform them and I'm going to give you some information, what the drill, how the drill is called, what they are for and so forth, so that you have an understanding what you're doing and that you can emulate that with your athletes at home. Okay, here we go. First exercise we're going to do is the fast feet forward and reverse. And Alexander's going to demonstrate. So we're going to do it that you hit each leg and each square as fast as possible, going through the ladder. So you're going to do that forward and you're going to do the same thing in reverse. That's good. So after you do that, you take a little break, 10-20 seconds, and then you want to make sure you start with the other leg. So on the first time, if you started with the right leg, second time you want to start with the left leg. That's it. When you do the reverse part, make sure the upper body leans forward so that you don't fall back if you go really, really fast. Okay? That's just a quick pointer. And the exercise is very, very good for the quick step moving forward, or if you have to hit an overhead, have quick feet. That's the reason why we would do this exercise. Okay, next we're going to have the lateral fast feet. So you're facing sideways as Alexander does. And same thing, you want to hit the squares really quickly. And this basically emulates your footwork when you move along the baseline. Same thing here, you can take a little break in between, and then you turn around and you do it the other way. Just make sure the hips stay square. So you always want to make sure the hips are square and when there's no hip rotation in the movement. Also, if you're a beginner, it's fine if you look down on the ground to see the squares. As a beginner, that's fine. Since in tennis, you look forward while moving, you eventually want to get to that you're looking forward while you move through the speed ladder. That would be level 2. For level 3 would be that you move through the speed ladder looking forward or while looking at the coach tracking an object. That would be level 3, the professional level, because that's what you have to do on a tennis court. You have to move forward, backward, sideways while tracking an opponent and the tennis ball. So that's what you want to eventually emulate when you do the speed ladder exercises. Okay, next one we have the jump over fast feet. We're going to do that first. So you jump, not the slalom, the jump over fast feet. Okay, so you jump over the first square and then you move back. We do it later on, a little bit slower. It's a great exercise for the first step sequence if you have to rush forward or if you play surf and volley, things of that nature. So you want to make sure you do it with the right side first. After you're done, you come back and then you do it with the left foot first. So you always want to make sure you do it on both sides so that you're equally fast in the starting sequence. That's it. Very good. You can also do these drills by holding a tennis racket because that's what you're actually doing in the sport. Of course, if you are involved with other sports where you don't hold anything in your hand, you also want to make sure that the upper body mechanics are in sync with lower body mechanics. But since in the sport of tennis, since we're holding a tennis racket, upper body mechanics become not that important, they're rather secondary. And so when you're doing the exercise, you can kind of neglect what happens with the upper body since you're holding a racket in your hand. Okay, next exercise, we're going to do the slalom. So basically it's a good thing if you set up the speed ladder in the doubles alley and you're basically moving sideways as Alexander does right here. And you want to make sure you jump over the sidelines just as a visual cue. And you always want to make sure you push off with the outside leg. Very important in this drill. It's also really, really great because to improve dynamic stability, because you're on one leg, you gotta stick the landing, control the body and push off to the other side, and you have to do that again. Again, those are things that you would be doing on the tennis court. That's why it's really great to do it as speed agility or speed ladder drills to emulate the movement patterns that you encounter on the tennis court. Okay, next we're going to show you the T agility drill, as we have a T pattern on the court. So we have 2 green agility rings in the center of the court. That's where we initiate the split step. Then we have the purple rings on the outside extensions of the sideline and the blue rings right here in front. So how we're going to do the drill is, to initiate the drill, we split step in the green rings. Then we move in side step as fast as we can to the purple side. Then we jump in, stick the landing. It's very important to be on one leg, stick the landing and push off to the other side. It's very important because we take advantage this way of the stretch shortening cycle you can think of as a spring. So you jump in, the spring goes down, and then you push off and the spring expands to the other side. So you actually have a burst of energy propelling you to the other side. That's why we want to do the stick landing on one leg, jump in, jump out. So do not have two legs on the ground when you change direction. And Alexander is going to demonstrate it for us. One time he does it slowly, and then we're going to do it at maximum speed. Okay, here we go. Okay, noch einmal langsam, genau. So in side step fashion, jump in, one leg, jump out, side step to the other side, jump in left foot, jump out, forward sprint, both legs in, back pedal, and once you're past the baseline, it's done. Okay, so next we're going to do it now at full speed. So here we go. That's the way to work. Come on, come on. Goodness, you see the agility rings are a great teaching cue because they don't allow the athlete to cheat. Okay, next we're going to have the H drill because we have kind of the movement pattern of an H. So you split step in the center of the baseline to initiate the drill. Then you move via side step along the baseline, split step again, jog, sprint forward, split step in the blue rings, sprint to the yellow ring, left foot sticks the landing, sprint to the other yellow ring, the right foot sticks the landing, sprint back, and back pedal all the way to the back. So this is an all-court agility drill that is great for tennis players because you really mimic the movement mechanics that you would see on the tennis court. Okay, so we're going to initiate the drill once the split steps occur. Okay, so here we go. Whenever you're ready. In. Good, 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 good. Stick it, good. That's it. Stick it, good. Sprint, sprint, stick with the left. No, was the wrong foot. And back pedal, back pedal. Okay, 15 seconds. In today's session, we want to introduce you an on-court tennis drill that aims at improving the inside-out forehand, lateral movement on the court, and also third part is court awareness, depending on where you are hitting a shot. So stay with us, and Alexander is going to demonstrate the drills for us. First, I'm going to show you how the setup for the drill works, where you need to put the cones and what you need to pay attention to. And then while the drill is going on, I'll also explain what's important, why we are doing it, and all the benefits associated with this drill. And so we hope you stay with us and enjoy. Okay, this is how the drill is set up. We basically have two target areas that you can set up with the cones. One is here at the corner end, which is where we will hit the ground stroke down the line. And then over here we have the target area for the backhand cross court or inside out forehand cross court, depending on which ball is coming. This would be the neutral zone that Alexander needs to return to in order to be ready for the next shot, depending on where the opponent is about to hit the ball. So this would be the neutral zone here, where we have the orange ring, which is important for court awareness after you hit the ground stroke down the line. Now, one thing I want to point out regarding the footwork for the inside-out forehand is the following. The way we do it is that we're going to move in side-step fashion this way, then we do a posterior crossover, and then we step into the ball all the way. Now, I'm aware that Nadal has a different technique, which is also okay, and both techniques have their advantages and disadvantages. For example, Nadal usually moves this way backwards, quick steps, and then hits the shot. Now, this way, when you move this way, it's more difficult to maintain dynamic stability when you go really, really fast, it's more difficult this way than this way, because this way the base is wider, so you're way more stable doing the movement. So you're more stable this way, and you can load on the right leg, or on the posterior leg, so to speak. You can load to then rotate in to follow through the action. So that's the reason why we're going to move laterally, then do the posterior crossover, and then hit fully through the shot, instead of moving backwards faster and hitting this way. Now, when you move backwards quickly, and like Nadal does it, the advantage is that you can fine-tune your movement and the distance to the ball. Again, this advantage is that it's much more difficult to be stable doing the shot or while you're moving this way. So I hope you find that information useful and can make a decision on how you want to move for the inside-out forehand. So first ball to the forehand side. Good. Second ball you feed to the backhand, middle. Third ball again to the forehand side. And now again to the middle cone there, inside the forehand. And again. Bravo! Afterwards, after you hit the 4 balls, you want to give him 20 seconds rest, because that's what we mimic during a match, where we have, after each point, we get 20 seconds rest. If you work with beginners, you might give them a little longer rest period so that they can recover and still be able to maintain the drill in perfect form. Well, that's it again for today's episode. As usual, opinions differ. What's your point of view? Let us know below in the comment section. A brand new episode will be available next Sunday. So make sure you don't miss it and subscribe. In the meantime, I recommend you watch some of the previous episodes. You should really watch them all. If you like what you saw, tell your friends. I'm sure they will appreciate it. I'm Philipp Halfmann. Thank you for watching, and auf Wiedersehen. Tennis Conditioning TV episodes are licensed under Creative Commons. You are welcome to link or embed these videos, forward them to others, and share these ideas with people you know. Brought to you by Advanced Concepts of Strength and Conditioning for Tennis. Available at tennisconditioningbook.com. Music by Dan O at danosongs.com.